Okay, let's see. Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome into the Thursday edition of the training. Hope everyone's had a good week. Let's see. Tony, my friend, welcome back. Good to see you, Tony. Sean, good to have you in here, Sean. Let's see. If anyone is new to Dubb, if you are new, like you just, maybe you're on a free trial or you just got on a paid plan or you're just getting going, if you can put a one in the chat, that would be helpful. If you're new to Dubb, two if you're returning. But Sean, I already know you're good. We we met a few times. Tony, we met a few times. Michael Clark, Michael, I think your name looks familiar, but if you could put a one or a two in the chat, whether you're new, one if you're new, two if you're returning, that would be helpful. That would be great. Let's see. India, I just saw you came in. Hey, India. I was just telling everybody if you want to put a one in the chat if you're new to Dubb, two if you're returning, that would be helpful. So if you're on the free trial or you just got on a paid plan or whatever the journey is, if you're new to the platform, that would be fantastic. So one in the chat if you're new, two if you're returning would be great. Let me come over to you, Boris. I saw you put a one in there, and if you'd like to unmute yourself, you can. If you'd like to, if not, you can continue in the chat. How are you, Boris?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good to meet you.
Likewise,
So, what's your industry? What kind of brings you our way?
real estate
Oh, nice, very cool.
agent, real estate agent, yeah, as opposed
Uh,
to mortgage.
Buyers, sellers, or who do you normally work with?
Always prefer sellers, but I'll take anything.
Okay, got it. Do you do expireds, FSBOs, all that too as well?
That's why I'm looking to use the Dubb product
Yeah,
is as a cold outreach to both of those FSBOs and expireds
nice.
primarily, and then expand from there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the plan.
That's great. Have you recorded anything yet, or where are you kind of at in the journey?
Just I've been doing some scripting on what I'm gonna be doing on the videos. I think I've got that down. I gotta do those professionally,
Yep.
with a little bit more light on myself, as opposed to after a couple of drinks at night. Um,
Yep. Yep. True.
so that'll be the next step after. I'm just trying to understand fully. My plan is to bring in FISBO and expired data from Mojo.
Yeah. Yep.
I did want to ask you about that. Is there, when I bring those into, and I do want to bring all of those into Dub so that I can track the opens and the like.
Yeah.
But my concern was if I grab a batch of those today and then next week I grab another batch, is there any kind of a duplicate filter in Dub?
I think they have. I'll ask Ina when she comes in. She should be in here in a little bit. She's our tech guru. I think. I don't. I think it would recognize a duplicate. I think it would
Oh,
automatically would. It should. I think so. I would say I'm pretty close to yeah, but I'll confirm when she gets in here.
all right, thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. And then when we're covering this, is this your first time in the training, Boris, in here?
Yes, yep,
Oh,
first time.
okay. So typically what we do, just to kind of give you a little outline, when we have people that are new to Dub, I'm typically going to walk through kind of some of the basics in terms of just reminders about certain things. I always show a real estate version of stuff too, so you'll see that. But it's
All
really just a reminder of if you do this style, this is good for this. If you do this style, it's good for that. So obviously real estate, we have a ton of agents. We do a lot of different examples with that. So
right.
I'll show you that. And then this, if you have any questions along the way, we kind of do a Q&A towards the end a little bit. So if you
All
want
right.
to pop them in there, and then the recordings themselves, they go on our YouTube support channel. So what people typically do is they'll come in here to the training. They'll sit in here and say, okay, all right, that part, I want to know about that, or I don't need to know about that, but I want to know about that. So they'll go
Mhm.
later and they'll watch it on YouTube and go back and kind of learn that stuff they want to learn. I just put the link in the chat.
All
And then
right.
also we offer, if you want to, and people have been doing this, which is really good. It's this email address called feedback at Dubb. So when you are recording these, if you just want feedback, like, hey, what do you think? Before I send it out,
Mhm.
give you a take if you want to. Yeah.
All right. Sounds good.
Cool. Well, good to meet you, Boris.
Likewise.
Yeah. And then India, I saw you popped in. If you want to say hello, you can. If you'd like to. If not, you can say hi in the chat. How are you, India?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. Nice to meet you. How are you?
Good. How are you? How's everybody?
Yeah, good. What's your industry? What kind of brings you our way, India?
I am in the life insurance industry.
Oh, very nice. What have you recorded any videos yet, or where are you kind of at in the journey?
Have not. I really am. excited to learn. I'm trying to log in from my desktop because I'm in it from my phone, but no, I have not recorded anything yet. I just don't really know where to begin. Nervous in my head,
Hmm.
all that stuff.
Okay, yeah, no, totally normal. Let me ask you. So you said insurance, right? India insurance.
Yes.
What
Hmm.
how do you typically get people to come your way? Did they fill out like a third party form? Are they referrals? Are they do you do any outreach to people? What does that kind of look like right now?
So right now it's like referrals for sure,
Yeah.
by way of social media, and
Yeah.
then just kind of using my email campaign to reach out that way.
Okay, got it. So you have a bunch of emails that you have. Are the emails that you have, are they warm leads or are they completely cold? Like did someone do something and then you got their information and then you're reaching out? Is that what happened?
Yes, some of them kind of clicked on like a download or something that I was giving away, or they're in my Facebook group, or
Okay.
I met them, somewhere in a seminar or something like that.
Okay. Okay, very cool. Well, yeah, so when I go through this, I'm going to give different examples of different styles, and one of the first styles I'm going to show is a pretty straightforward one that you can do definitely by email. So when I'm walking through these, I would say if you're going to begin, just begin in the most straightforward manner. So if you are creating a video where you met them at an event, like you said, there were a referral, maybe they're in your Facebook group, but you haven't, maybe communicated with them yet, but you have the email. Whatever that case is, this first style that I'm going to show you for recording, I would focus on this style that I'm going to show you in a second. And that's something that you can not have to worry about all the other tech and get all that down. You can focus on that one thing. And then if you want to, you can send it over to that feedback at Dubb address that I put in the chat if you would like to get feedback on that, if you can, if you want to. Does that make sense, India? I'm not sure if your mic's on or off. I think you were switching over to your computer. But yeah, we'll do that. So let me pop over to John. John, good to see you, my friend. Long time no see. I think we talked yesterday.
Yeah, hey, how's it going, man?
What's going on, John? How you doing?
All right, just trying to get import with some knowledge. I haven't really dabbled into the program too much.
Yeah.
So I saw that there's like a online tutorial, perhaps. I thought it was a tutorial, but ju- just wanted to get a better sense of what it was, and that's why I signed on.
Sweet. Yeah, yeah. This is the so I'm gonna give the run through here. So and then and like I was saying before, it'll be on YouTube in a couple hours and then just run it back, because from our conversation yesterday, obviously you
Hmm.
have your specific use cases and stuff, recruiting the agents and then, the other part of it. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I could use this for, I don't know, if I could send it out as an email to my database of customers,
Yeah.
when I start selling again. But
Hmm.
yeah, I have two uses that I thought it would be ideal for. I sent it up to the guys head of the franchise, and
Yeah.
this morning, so we'll see what they say. But I like it, and hope to use it
That's
very
cool.
soon.
Yeah, usually that happens from the top down, down up. It's all kinds of ways it happens. If someone
Hmm.
sees it like, oh, that's neat. I didn't know that. Okay, let's get it for everybody.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's cool, John. Well, good to hear your voice, and we're going to start in a second.
excellent.
Cool. And then Victoria, I believe you've been in here before, Victoria. Your name looks so familiar, Victoria Valentine. If you can hear me, okay. If you want to unmute and say hi. If not, you can say hi in the chat. But your name looks super familiar to me. But sometimes the names can look very familiar, and they're not at all, depending on how many people we talk to. So let me do this. So let me share my screen, and I'm going to start walking through some stuff here. And again, this will be on YouTube in a couple hours. But let's begin here because this is probably the most important thing that you can do. So let me get this out of the way, and I will show you. Okay, so let me share my screen here. Okay. So with Dubb in general, whenever you record a Dubb video, the first 3 seconds are going to repeat as an animated video GIF. So whatever I'm doing when I hit record, that's what's going to happen in the first 3 seconds. You can technically, inside of the Dubb platform, you can slide the video, the little slider on the video, and say, oh, I want to move to that part of the video where I want that to be the first 3 seconds. You can totally do that. You also can upload your own thumbnail. So you have a lot of choices just creatively if you want to switch. But I personally think if you're making these videos and you want to be efficient, when you're getting ready to hit record, just be ready. And then you don't have to worry about doing something else. Now, the whole point of the animated GIF is to give some kind of hook, some kind of context. And this is probably the most straightforward way, this style. I'm going to show you a few different styles, but this is one of the most straightforward ways you could reach out to a cold audience, a warm audience, a referral. Maybe you met someone at an event. The phone right here, what I have is I have the Dubb mobile app on my phone. So you would get the Dubb mobile app. It's Dubb app in either the App Store or the Google Play Store. And then when you have it, there's a little button on there that I'm going to show in a little bit called the whiteboard, and you can type on there. I would focus on a 5 to 6 word hook that the person's going to relate to that you're sending it out to. Like if someone took an action, they filled out a form, a third party form about your form fill, something like that. Next steps. If it's about a property, which I'll show in a little bit, the visuals look on that. Any industry has a hook in relationship to what you have. If you met with somebody and they didn't go with your product or service and you're following up, what change has happened? Maybe there was a change since you last spoke. So it's really about giving them the hook and some kind of context. What we usually do is we'll jump into ChatGPT, say, here's my ideal client profile, here's who I'm reaching out to, here's what the goal is. I would like 20, you can say 100 if you want to. I want 20 different hooks that are 5 to 6 words each that are going to give context about this. And this is my goal. I want to book them into a meeting or something, right? And this is based on who they are. So once you do that, you can play with those hooks a little bit and then have it on the phone right here. And then you would also have the hook up here in the subject line. It doesn't have to be the same. It's just, kind of similar because you want to get them to open the email first before they jump in and see the GIF. You also want to have the word video in the subject line. It is, if you go through your inbox right now in your email, I guarantee you probably don't see anything that says video first, unless it's from us. But that works well over the years we've seen. And then a little bit of context in here in terms of, hey, this is why you should watch this video. Super quick, because you want the video to do the talking. So think about your hook. Now, the last part is the animated GIF version of this. So you want to have some movement, little wave, little point, little lean in, something to bring it to life in terms of not just being too stiff. So this is what this would look like right here, the most basic, straightforward version. Now you also, from this same webcam, you could do something like just have a virtual background behind you. So you don't have to do the phone in there. You can just give the context with a screenshot behind you. So Sarah knows this is about her, obviously, but that could be a screenshot of a market update. That could be a screenshot of a third-party form fill. So maybe if someone filled out a form and you have the information or something, and you can take a screenshot. Hey, so you did that, You could also share an article with you, and it's right there. So any kind of screenshot that's going to give context, that's what that really is all about. Now, you could do a combination of both. You could take the whiteboard and you could put the virtual background behind. So obviously Sarah sees her profile here, but I have a question for her. And again, that's where your hook would go. So you could creatively just combine two if you wanted to do that. But again, if you just wanted to do the one with just the name, you could just do this. Hey, John, good to meet you. Something simple like that. And that still stands out way more than anyone sending just text-based messaging. But I think if you go a little bit deeper with the hook and just why you're reaching out to give them a little more, I think that'll make a bit of a difference. Now you also could do something like this right here. So this right here is a screen recorder. So this is with the Dubb Chrome extension. And the Dubb Chrome extension will take any website, anything browser-based, and you can put yourself on top of it like you see here with the bubble. And it could be a square, rectangle, different shapes. I'm using the annotation arrows to point out what I'm looking at. And the whole idea behind this is it's very clear that this is a market update. You can see the title. I'm right there on the page. But I'm also, again, holding up that whiteboard with a specific hook and message. Because maybe something changed in the market. Maybe you should sell. Maybe you should hold on to the house. What is the movement? So again, it's about that hook. And then they're able to understand, okay, there's something cool going on here with the market. Now, if I didn't have the phone in there with the message and it was just me smiling and this is market update, I mean, that's so great. But this just goes a little bit deeper with this. And someone's able to get a little bit more. Now, you also could do something like this. Say if someone was interested in a property and you could just pull up that property address, hey, about 1234 Jane Street, and then have the screenshot behind you. And that's really, that's pretty cool visually. And if you do know a fun fact or something interesting about 1234 Jane Street, you could put that right there. So they see it and they can see it right there. So it's pretty neat to do creatively when they see this stuff. You also could do something like this. We have a mobile app. So the mobile app has a picture-in-picture function. which obviously works really well with property walkthroughs for real estate. It's kind of, it's perfect for it. But for any other industry, you could also reach out. Like I could take my phone, like I'm doing here with the picture in picture, and I could pull on my computer, pull up someone's profile, and just lean in and show it, which I'm going to show that in a little bit. Or you can do a walk and talk to a prospect. We're so used to seeing that on social media. Maybe you're going for a nice nature walk or out and about, and you're talking to them, say, listen, I want to talk to you about why this is the right move. So these visuals here of everything that you've seen, this is all about getting someone to click on something. Now, this example right here is pretty cool. So let's just say, see how it says, "Hi, John" up here at the top? Hi, John, looking forward to connecting. You could have your hook down here that we talked about, right? Because maybe you're like, you know what, I don't want to say the person's name on the whiteboard for everybody, right? So what you could do is take that one hook that everyone can relate to, and you're sending it out, and then all you have to do is change the name at the top. Hey, John, hey, Jill, hey, Karen, whatever the names are. And that can just change at the top. So it's pretty flexible in terms of the ability to be able to do that. Now, regardless of what you choose for style, when someone gets this video and they click on it, they're going to be taken to a customized landing page that we call a preset in Dubb terms. It's going to have your logo to the top left, a little image that pokes from behind, the initial video that you've created, and then playlist videos that are going to play right after the video that's been shown. Now, the power of the playlist gives you the ability to be really focused on that initial video. So when you make these first videos, whether they're one-to-one or they're one-to-many, like say with a market update for a circle of influence, you really want to focus on what is the hook and what is the message. Because if I'm sending someone a one-to-one video, I want to get right to the point. Like elevated pitches are gone. Now it's like, hey, the pitch is when you start to press the button for the elevator. So by getting ahead of that with the hook, you're kind of giving them some context before they even click play. And then the first thing you say is, boom, you're getting right into it. I would say 30, 40 seconds max. Get in, get out, deliver the value that you want to deliver to them. Because it's secondarily important who you are and what you do. It's more about you giving them some valuable information and then directing them to take an action below next. The reason you don't need to get into about you and what you do is because the next video that's going to play right after it is going to be all about you. It could be 2 minutes or less. I wouldn't go beyond 2 minutes, definitely not beyond 2 minutes. About you and why someone should work with you. It's like your pitch video, and it will always play right after. And you can reference that in the initial video because you're delivering the value, telling them to click below and say, listen, check out the next video. It's going to be about why we should work together. And then it'll run right into it, and you only need to record it once. And if you have video testimonials, if you already have them, this is a really good spot for them. If you don't have them, I'll give you a little strategy, a little tip on how to get them that Dubb users have used over the years. It's been pretty convenient for both sides. So when someone goes below here now, they want to take an action after consuming the content. So what do you want them to do? Do you want them to have a calendar link where they can book a time in your calendar? Probably the most, popular button in sales. Do you want them to visit your website? Do you want them to download a document, a listing agreement, a contract, a guide? Do you want them to fill out a form? Do you want to link to an external form? Do you want them to email you back? There's a number of choices you can have down here. I wouldn't have too many buttons. You don't want to get the whole paralysis by analysis thing. Sometimes people just have one button because they want them to do that one thing. But if you have multiples, I would go order of importance from left to right when you're doing this. And then also this button right here, reply with video. This is a really cool button to get video testimonials. We've done this over the years. We've had clients that have done this. Hey, this is Rob. Listen, thanks so much for using Dubb. We appreciate your business. It'd mean the world to us if we could get a video testimonial from you. It's not complicated. You don't have to download anything. Just click the reply with video button below and let me know. What have you enjoyed about the platform? And then they would answer those questions, or you could let them free will if you want to. And then they would send the video back to you, and then you'll get a notification inside of Dubb that you have a video reply, and then you just make it part of your playlist like this. And this has been the work that the loop that has really worked well for people over the years, like this. And then over here to the right, this is your AI sales assistant, Sia. Now, you don't have to have the AI on the page. It's not a necessity, but we've gotten good feedback from it when people have used it anecdotally over the year. And so what happens is when they're here, maybe they're not sure if they want to book a time yet or do that next thing. And they have questions. So over here to the right, you can have up to 20 FAQs. You can ask the AI a question. And when the AI gives the answer, it's going to push for whatever your desired outcome is. So it's not just going to give an answer and then just leave it. It's going to say, here's the answer. Are you ready now to book a time with Rob? Or are you ready now to go check out that site with more properties? Or are you ready now to book that coaching session? So it's very proactive in terms of trying to move it forward to keep the momentum going. The AI itself is educated with individual website page links. So it will physically learn what's in text on those pages. And you also can upload a PDF as well. You can do one or the other or both. And then, as you can see here, it gave the answer. Hey, you can book a time with Rob right here. So it's a nice supportive thing to have when you're sending these out where someone can get their questions answered right away. And they don't go, they're not trying to close the deal for you. They want, they want to speak to you. But a lot of the times this really sets for a good stage because people are really prepared before they even get into the meeting, which is really nice. Boris, go ahead. I saw you had your hand up. Let me just,
Yeah. Hey, Rob, you know what? I lost your screen there. I was looking at, can I see your screen again?
yeah, yeah, sure. So this is, let me know when you
Oh,
can see it. Can you see it?
yeah, right there. Okay, you see the three videos there
Yep, this is
now?
the playlist.
Exactly.
Yep,
Those three.
yep.
Right. So is it possible to have, excuse me, to have, let's say I'm sending a video out to a FISBO for sale by owner prospect,
Mhm.
and I want to have three for sale by owner related videos up there, and then I send another video to an expired, and I want to have three different expired related videos there.
Yeah.
Is that possible?
Yeah, what you would do is this whole page is called a preset. So it's just our term for a landing page, right? So what you
Hmm.
would do is you would set up in general, and this is just good practice to do this, set up different landing pages for different parts of your audience. So you'd have
All
a
right.
FISBO page, an expired page, a seller page, and then you would have all the related stuff related to that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And where do we go to do that?
So that is inside Dubb, if you're inside here. And then we help you do this, by the way. If you get on a paid plan and you haven't had your optimization set up yet, this is something the team helps you do. So, but inside here, it's under assets over here to the right.
Hmm.
And then you first want to set up your buttons, which is right here. So these are
Hmm.
the buttons below the video. So when you select that,
Yep.
this is a little video here. You hit the blue plus button to create a new one. Then you have your list. And then
Hmm.
you want to make sure you have your videos first, right? In your video library, you want to record all those videos that are going to be in the playlist, right? So you want to have
Yep.
those exist in the video
Yep.
library. And then you would go to presets over here to the left, right
All
there.
right.
And then you just click the little blue plus button, and that'll open up
Uh,
a new thing. You put in all your stuff, you save it, and then it's created. And then
Gotcha.
see how this is a default? See how this is right here?
Hmm.
Like this. So any video you
Yep.
create, that's going to be the default landing page unless I switch it. So
All right.
yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome. And then, so basically, the whole idea here is, these pages are really designed to just create a really good environment for someone where they don't need to go anywhere until they're going to take that next action. So that's really what these are all about. Um, as far as the tracking, so we have tracking all this. So if someone opens an email, they click on any buttons, they watch a video, you're going to have all that information. So you're able to follow up in a really good way because if someone consumed half the video, you know what they saw and what they didn't. And that's an automatic, easy follow up in terms of what subject you can bring up in terms of thanking them from what they've seen, but something they might have missed. Um, Now, as far as the recordings of these things, like how do we record these? How do we record something that looks like this? How do we record something that looks like this? How do we kind of do all this? So inside Dubb, when you're in the dashboard here, the first way we're going to look at is this little red camera icon. This is the most straightforward way to record with Dubb. This is with the webcam. So it's right up here at the top. When you click this red camera icon, that's going to open up the webcam. To do the virtual background, whether it's a property, article, profile, all the stuff we talked about, you have to go below, and when it says virtual background, click it there. And then below here, you have all your different stock stuff, but you really want to make this stuff count. So I would go to your photos and then upload any screenshots that you've already taken. So you would load them in here, and then it creates a little library like this, and then you would choose the one that you want. So in this case, I'll do a property one, put it behind me, and there it is right there. And when you have this here, you want to make sure you have a good front light. I have a ring light here. You can do natural light, combination of both. Make sure you keep T-Rex arms, dinosaur arms in here when you're making any movement. You start going like this, you're going to lose your arms. So I would stay right in here like that. And then as far as it not messing with the virtual background, I would just make sure if you can, if you have an empty area behind you, it's a little bit easier. If you love objects, I would pump up the front light as much as you can because it might catch some of those. As far as the phone, where I had the name, the question, the hook, all those things, Dubb mobile app, you're going to get it on your phone. And when you have it on your phone, this is where you would navigate to use the whiteboard. So here is the mobile app. There it is right there. A little tough to see. It's kind of bright. And there's a, okay, let me back this up a little bit because maybe a little easier to see. Okay. Yeah, it's weird. Usually it's not as bright. There we go. It's that little spot right there. So that little square with the person. When you select that, that's going to open up the place to type. And that's all I was doing before. So when you type, you have your hook here, your name, whatever you decided, right? And then you just turn it, and there it is right there, like that. Now, you also have available right down over here in the corner, you can frame yourself a little better if you want to. You can zoom yourself in, you can back yourself up. You also have a teleprompter. So every dub recording option has a teleprompter right up here at the top. So if you click in here, it's going to pull up the chance to go create a script inside of Dub. It will just take you to scripting inside of the platform, and you can either copy and paste or create one. Or you can choose from a script you already have saved in Dub, which will pop up here as you scroll down. You also can click in here and just look for a script by name, like this. Now, when you have it, here's going to be the speed. You can adjust it. Here's the play button. See if you like it. Here's the back to text off, or you can zoom it in. Now, when you're doing this, this is what this is going to look like if I put it together. So I'm going to click the record button right here in the middle, select it here, get my 3, 2, 1, and it will be like this. Hi, this is Rob from Dubb. We are the sales operating system. We use video, automation, and contact management to create connections, conversations, and conversions. And I can hit the pause button right here, stop the recording, click it again, and it's going to keep going if I want to take a break. I also can click the button here, the red X, to stop the recording and delete it if I want to. And then if I want to save this into the Dubb platform, it's this check mark right here, and that's going to save it into Dubb. I also can close the teleprompter just by tapping this right here, and it will close. So in this case, I'm going to click the check mark, and it's going to save it into Dubb. Now, again, that's the most straightforward way you can make these videos. If you're first starting out, that's a nice basic way to get the Dubb mobile app, have your hook on the phone, record from the webcam, and deliver your message just like that. Now, when you save the video into Dubb, it's going to take you to the video edit page, which is right here where you can do a number of things, which we're going to look at in a second. But back over here, we're going to look at a different style now. We're going to look at this one. This is a webcam, not webcam, a screen recording with the Dubb Chrome extension. So all you have to do is Google Dubb Chrome extension. There's a 3-step process to pin it inside your browser, and it's going to be a screen recorder. Now we're going to look at LinkedIn and using this, but this could be any website, just like we just looked at in this market update right here. But if I come over here to LinkedIn, I'm going to click on the Dubb Chrome extension. It's right up here at the top, right here. So open it up, opens up like this. The reason it's opening up like this in this webcam version is because over here, sorry, over this way, to the right, it says camera. There are 3 different orientations to record with the Chrome. Camera opens up like a webcam, but I'm not going to do that here because I just did that with webcam. I don't want to do that. So I'm going to go to tab. Now, tab means the recording is only going to show a nice clean cut of this page. It won't show any of the tab mess I have at the top. If I want to go full screen, I can. I can click screen and get my entire thing. The only reason I would go full screen is that, first of all, I would clean up my tab mess, is if I started on one tab and I wanted to jump over to another one, and it would follow me over. If you were taking someone on a little tab journey, if you wanted to do that. But I usually go tab just because I like to focus on the one page that I'm on. Now, when you're on here, you've got some options here. So with your webcam, you want to think about placement, shape, and size. So size-wise, I don't want to go too big because what's the point of having this here if you can't see the screen? And then, so I'm going to go about this size. And then shape-wise, I'm going to stay a circle because Ruben's in a circle. But if I was on a more angular page, I could switch to different sizes and put myself in an interesting spot that looks visually kind of cool. Then I also can zoom myself in. If I want a tighter frame, I can back myself up. And I can also move myself around in here if I want a better frame on that. I also can jump to full screen if I want to talk and make a point and then go right back to the page. I have an annotation tool right over here where I can point things out like you saw the arrows that I had in that earlier one. I also have the option for a teleprompter. Right over here to the right, opens a teleprompter. I'm going to find my script like I did before. I can adjust the speed just like this. There it is. Hit the play button. I can back my text off or I can zoom it in. And then I also can grab the sides like this and do one of these. And I can physically move this wherever I want to. Now, in this case, obviously, I'm going to go up towards the camera. Now, a thing to remember about the Chrome extension, because this is browser-based, I don't want to go full screen on my browser if I plan on using the teleprompter because it's going to hide it. I won't be able to get to it physically. So you want to leave a little bit of space, and when you hit record, then just tap it and bring it forward, and you're able to use it. Now, as far as the recording itself, here's what this would look like. So I'm going to put myself here. And I think waving and smiling is great, but why not just take it to that next level and do the same thing you did in the webcam and just grab that Dubb mobile app in the whiteboard and have your same hook right here, right inside the bubble. So when I hit record, this is what it's going to look like. Choose my tab. There it is. Click share, and it will be just like this. Ruben, what's going on, my friend? I wanted to send you this quick video because I saw that you were an author, and I love reading books, and I actually work with authors, so I want to talk to you a little bit about that. So I did my whole hook thing. That's going to be the repeating GIF. It's going to be that question or statement we always talk about. And then I jumped to full screen. You can jump to full screen in two ways. One, you can hover over your bubble and just double click, and then double click the page, and you go back. You can also click the button at the bottom. It's going to say expand webcam. So when you click that there, that's going to bring you here, and then click here to go back. It's just nice to jump to full screen, break the momentum, talk to them directly, and go right back if you want to. You also can scroll around, while you're still recording. You can also take a break. You can hit the pause button down here at the bottom. Just stop recording, relax for a little bit, get yourself set up where you want to go next, and then just click resume. You also can use the annotations. So the annotations are great to use. So over to the right, I can click the arrow like this. I also can do some text on screen like this. I can put things in numerical order like that. I can underline, I can arrow, I can, circles, all kinds of stuff. I can draw on the screen if I want to. And all of these annotations are going to stay sticky. So if I want to continue talking and moving down the page, they're not going to trail me down. But you can also just delete them as well. So it's up to you. So if you're looking to reach out on LinkedIn, this is great. If you're looking to show a market update in real estate, if you're going to be on a company's website to point something out within your industry, anything browser-based, website-based, this is a really nice way to walk someone through something. All right, so I'm going to hit the check mark like we did before. And again, that is going to save this video inside the Dubb platform, and it takes us to the video edit page inside of there, which we're going to look at in a second. Now, the next style that we're going to look at is the Dubb desktop app. And this is a different kind of screen recorder. So we just saw the Chrome. So I'm going to show you the difference between the two because there is a difference. It does a lot of cool stuff, and I want to be able to show you what that looks like. So let me show you this right here. So what you're going to do is you're going to Google Dubb desktop app. And when you have that, you're going to download it from Mac or PC. And then the menu would look like this. It does a lot of different things. But we're going to click on screen recorder right here. And when I open this here, we're going to have some options. So first off, the bubble does all the same stuff that the Chrome did. You have all the same directionals in here. You can do that. You also have the ability to use a annotation right here. So you can use that. You also have a teleprompter right here. Now this one's a little bit different. So you can move it around. It's similar. But when you find your script, one of the first options you have over here is a thing called auto track, which means when I hit record, the words are going to go at my pace because as I'm reading it, it's going to highlight and move. So if I want to kind of just take my time and go at my pace, voice recognition auto track is really cool to have. Now, if you want to use the scroll speed like we saw with just those two other examples, all you have to do is click the button. It'll turn it off. And now you have the ability to scroll back and forth like this for the speed. Same thing as before. So I'm going to keep it on auto track because I kind of like it depending on. Sometimes I'm in a scroll mode though, it depends. So that's the teleprompter there. So I'm going to close that. Now, the last part about the desktop app is this right here. So let's just say, see this little red slash right here, right down here at the bottom of that square. If I was going to hit the record button, I would get my whole computer screen, which is fine if that's what I want to do. If I get rid of the red slash by clicking it, now I have a drop down, custom landscape portrait. Now this first one is custom, which means I can put this on top of anything I want to put it on top of, and I can crop around anything I want to crop around, whether it's a document, website, contract, listing agreement, Canvas slide, whatever it is. So if I was going to use this just as an example, I'll show you. Like let's pretend that this is let's pretend this is it right here. Just pretend this is like a document, right? That I want to send to somebody. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the record screen, and then it's going to open here, and I'm going to crop it. I'm going to crop around the document. So I'm going to come in here like this, like that, like this, and then move it down here. And then I'm going to put myself wherever I want to put myself. Maybe I'll change myself to a square, put myself up in the corner here. And then when I hit record, it's going to get this. This is going to be the orientation that you have. So if you have any kind of documents or slides or anything and you want to just really make it look good, you can crop around it and have yourself in the video and here pointing stuff out. Now you also have the ability to change to different orientations. So down here, I could go to landscape if I wanted to, YouTube orientation. I could change it to social media. I could go portrait. So maybe I wanted to do a social post. And I can just, line this up over anything I want to line it up over. And then I'm right in here, I can reduce my size down. And I'm right in here doing a social video about something, whether it's on top of a website, document, all the stuff we talked about. Now, in terms of recording, this is what this would look like. So let's just say I'm in here. I'm going to hit record. I'm going to get my 3, 2, 1 countdown, and it will be like this. I'm recording my clip. Here we go. I can pause and resume just like I did before. But now I'm going to click the check mark. Now, with the desktop app, the check mark doesn't save the video into the platform. What happens is when I click it, I just recorded a clip. So the desktop app is a clip recorder, where the Chrome extension recorder we saw before this is one video you pause and resume. This is multiple clips we're going to do, and then we're going to merge them together into one video. What's cool about clip recording is you have the ability to add videos in here. So every Dubb video you save into the platform has an MP4 file raw version you can download. So you can download the video and then just add it in here. Or if you have another video that's an MP4 file, you can drop it right in and make it part of the story. Now, what I recorded right here was a record screen video clip. So how do I keep recording now? I have one clip, I want to keep going. So there are 3 creative icons down to the bottom left to keep recording. The first one all the way to the left is record screen video. So when I click this, it's going to take me right back to where I was. I'm going to hit record, and now I'm just going to record a second screen video clip in that style. So I'm recording it now. I'm going to hit the check mark, and now it saves it. And I can physically move these in any order that I would like to. I don't have to go chronological. And I can download or delete each individual clip. So if I really love a clip, I can keep the other one, and I can just get rid of the other one I don't like. Now, I also have an option down at the bottom left to use my webcam, which is a totally different style. So maybe I want to just do a clip of me talking directly to camera about something really important. So I hit record here, and then this would be the style when I'm talking here. Or it could be, hey, thanks for watching this video. Or it could be, hey, welcome to this video. So you can do all those different styles. And then again, you can move it wherever you want to move it to. The last option you have down here is what's called Dubb Narrator. Dubb Narrator gives you the ability to record pre-recorded videos and put them inside of a bubble. So like we saw before, when I hit record, I was in the bubble or the square and I'm on the screen. You have to multitask. You're doing a couple things at once, especially if you're pointing things out. So in this case with Dubb Narrator, you could sit in front of your webcam, deliver something with a teleprompter, whether it's a market update, whatever it is, and then put yourself inside of a bubble, put yourself on top of anything you want, and then all you have to do is just hit record. Like if I was on LinkedIn and I wanted to reach out to a bunch of people on LinkedIn that were all in the same industry, and I didn't want to make individual videos for them, and the message all felt the same with that good hook, I could record one video and then put it in the bubble, and then all I'd have to do was just pull up the different profiles. So it's pretty efficient. So when you select this here, it's going to take me to my video library, and let's just pretend that this is the video right here. And now all I have to do is hit record, and the pre-recorded version of me is going to do the talking. Hi, this is Rob from Dubb. We are the sales operating system. We use video, and then you just save it. So now when you're done putting these clips together, and this is just a tip here, like when we've done YouTube videos before, if I've done like 20 clips, I'll just download the individual clips so I have them, just in case there's some issue with an upload. If it's a long video, shorter ones, I don't worry about it. And then over here to the right, when you want to merge them together, just click the edit button to the bottom right. That's going to merge everything together. And once it's merged, right here inside the desktop app, you even have an editor. So I could be right in here and hit play. I'm recording my clip here. I could drag my timeline to whatever I want to cut something out. Let's just say it's that point right there. Click the scissors, drag it to the second cut point, scissors, and then just click the paste you want to get rid of, and then it's the trash can, and it's gone. And if you want to bring it back, just the undo button. Undo, 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 and you're right back to the beginning. And then you can always download the MP4 right here, and then you can upload it right into the Dubb platform. So the desktop app is a pretty awesome piece of tech in terms of storytelling with clips and also being able to play a pre-recorded video on top of anything that you want. It saves us a lot of time when we do that. It's one of my favorite things that the team created. Now, as far as recording, that looks pretty cool. The mobile app. If no one's recorded on the mobile app yet, it's pretty awesome, and it has some really neat features that you can do for specific things. So when you get the Dubb mobile app, here's how you record and here's some stuff that you can do. Blue camera button at the bottom, that's going to be your camera. That's going to open up the camera. Now, when it opens, when you're first using this, you're going to notice some things. It's going to be defaulted for a minute. So I'm going to slide that over to 10 minutes because you can't go beyond 10, and that way it doesn't cut me off. To record, I'm going to tap the circle, and now I'm recording. You can see it here and the timer here. I can also pause this right over here. I can hit the pause button, stop recording, click it again. It'll keep going. To end it, I'm going to hit the button again, and there is going to be the clip that I just recorded right here. So just like we just saw with the desktop app, same thing. This is a clip recorder on the mobile app. I don't know why it's black. It might be a bug. There could be a bug. I could have a bug. I'm not sure. Anyway, so that's the clip right there. I'm gonna hit record again, and then we're gonna have two clips. Each clip has to be at least 2 seconds. So I'm gonna hit it again, and there we go. I'm not sure what happened with the first one, but maybe it didn't like it. Now these two clips have been downloaded to my phone, so I have it physically in my photo video area. I also can tap a clip individually, and when I do, I can trim, I can edit, I can delete. And if I click edit, I can add text on the screen here. So like we saw before with the hi John or the hook, right? Or the property address. You could type that right above your head, move it around, move the text, just like you could for social media. You also can do a voiceover. So if I was doing a property walkthrough and it was loud, I could get the clips that I wanted, then do a VO. I also can speed up the action. We have some people that use this for car dealerships and they kind of move around the car and speed up the action. You can add burned in subtitles and you can also add music to these clips. You can also do a voiceover at the end if you wanted to, but you can do it individually on the clips. Now, over here to the right, we have a number of things you can do. So at the top here, you're going to tap this little icon, this tooltip at the top, and it's going to tell you what all these things do. So if you want to click that there, that's a good reminder of what it does. In terms of countdown timer, I'm going to select this icon here, and I'm going to go 3 seconds because 3 seconds is kind of the perfect amount of time. 3, 2, 1, you're ready to smile, you're ready to go, you're ready to deliver. And then this one right here, this icon, this is for video stabilization. So if you're doing a walk and talk and it's too choppy, just click this one right here and you can stabilize it right there. If you want to use a teleprompter, this one's awesome right here. This little one here, click that there. Find your script. Let's go with this one. You can control your speed like we've already seen you can do. You can hit the play button, see if you like it. You can click the editing icon right here, make some changes. Now, if your eyes are not staying at the top where they should be by the camera, you can take these here, the guardrails, and slide everything up, just like that, if you need to. You also can turn it landscape, if you want to do it like some YouTube stuff. Now, you also have the opportunity to do voice recognition like we saw in the desktop app. This little button right here, the gear icon, switch it here, go to auto track, hit record, and now it's going to move at my voice like this. Telling a prospect that you're just following up, that's like not using AI and video to grow your sales. And then you can see it highlighted as I was moving. And then you can select it here again, put it back to scroll, whatever one you want. And then to close it, hit the X to the top right, and it's closed. Now, if you recorded something, a video, outside of the Dubb mobile app, it's on your phone, and you want to add it here, all you have to do is go to the folder icon here, find the video on your phone, and click Add Clips, and it will drop it right down in here. If you want to physically record your screen, it's this button. If you want to use filters, this icon right here. We can do black and white, skin smoothing, all kinds of different color gradations you can do down there. Picture in picture is right here. This is the one in the beginning we talked about, both cameras on the phone. So when you select that here, it's going to show what's in front of you. So when you hit record, now I can move myself around like this and zoom myself in, back myself up, zoom into the background like that, and you have all kinds of cool options with that. And then lastly, down here at the bottom, virtual background, the last icon. So if someone just was interested in property, grab some shots of it, put it behind you. Someone's LinkedIn profile, someone's website, all the stuff we talked about. Just screenshot on your phone instead. Click this here, and then go to your photo gallery on there, hit record, and now you can do one of these. Hey, I saw you're interested in this lakefront property right here. Let me talk to you a little bit about it. You do all that kind of stuff. And then when you're done, all you have to do is click the blue camera icon at the top. That's going to merge all the clips together into that one video. And then the video itself is downloaded to your phone. And it also has the ability to be uploaded now because when it's done doing its thing, you're going to see that blue upload button, which is right there. Now, when you're done recording a video and you've saved it into the Dubb platform, this is where you can do some stuff to it. And this is really the customizing part that I'm going to show right now. So when we save a video in Dubb, it's always going to take us to the video edit page, which again, looks just like this. Okay. So this is what this is going to look like. So I'm going to grab this one. Let's go this one here, just 'cause it's a little older here. You have the ability to change the title up here at the top if you want to. Just click the check mark when you're done. You can download the MP4 right here. You can click the little drop down right here and you can change it to a different preset landing page like we talked about in the beginning. So if I made a nice video like, hey, listen, this is Rob and I just want to invite everyone to this event maybe or something, or I'm just doing a basic message to everybody that could relate to any part of my audience. What I could do is I could just change the background. So if I had a message for my sellers, change it to the seller background, but it could also work for buyers, change it to the buyer background. And then they all feel like you're talking right to them. So this little list right here is the preset landing pages that you've made for different segments of your audience, and you can always change that. You can preview what this video looks like on that preset landing page by just clicking the little button to the right, opens in a separate window, and then you can say, hey, there's my video, there's my playlist, there's my buttons. Everything looks great. And then you can come back over here and you click this button right here, and this is a QR code, which is really good for physical mailers. So if you're doing door hanger stuff, physical mailing, make a fun video like, hey, thanks for taking me out of your mail stack. Thanks for pulling me off your door. Something fun like that. If you're at an event, you could always have a pre-made video which says, hey, it was great meeting you at that event. Let's connect. And that way, when you show someone on your phone the QR code that you've downloaded, and it's that video, you have it on your business card or whatever, they're able to scan that and then they're able to communicate with you. If you're doing an open house, have one of those on a placard. It's like, hey, thanks for checking out the open house. By the way, click below for some other properties that are similar as well, or for the next open house coming up. And then down here, you also have an AI coach. So when you make these videos, just click generate, and the AI is going to give you some immediate feedback, non-biased, content feedback, visual feedback, word analysis right down here. And then over here to the right, you have the activity tracking. So you can really drill down on here and what you want to know. Did they click the buttons? Did they open the email? Did they watch the video? What's the percentage? All of that good stuff. And then you have an editing tab in here, just like you saw with the desktop app. You can do all the basic editing stuff I showed you earlier. That's all available right here. And then you also have a design tab, like I mentioned in the beginning. If there's a different part of the video you want to be the first 3-second preview instead of what you did, you can find it in here. Or you can upload your own thumbnail. But to be efficient, it's nice to know when you hit record the first 3 seconds. Now, if you want to share this video that you've recorded, you got it on a landing page, you recorded the video. Now you just want to drop it in an email. So what you would do is open a compose. Again, make sure you have the word video in the subject line. You have your hook, right? And then you have a little text in here in terms of why they should watch. And then to add the video in, you can do it in 2 ways. One is going to be with a little button down here at the bottom. That is there because you have the Dubb Chrome extension screen recorder right up here at the top. So that's going to make this appear in Gmail right down here at the bottom. If you have Outlook 365, it'll be off to the right in add-ins. But when you select this, like we used earlier, right? We used this earlier. It opens up and we can see the library to the bottom right of videos. And I'm just scrolling through it. So which video do I want to send? Oh, I'm going to send this one right here. So I just come in here, click Advanced Options, put the email in of the person I'm sending it to. And then I can even add a little personalization text if I want to. And then click Insert Video. And it's going to drop it right in just like that. You also can share it right from the platform. So when you're inside Dubb and you select a video, there's always a big blue share and send button right here. So when you select that here, again, put the email in for the tracking, add a little personalization text, whatever you want to say, click copy for email, come back over here, and then you just paste it. And it's a copy and paste. If you want to share it on LinkedIn, the video that we made earlier for Ruben, I would connect with the person first, make them a first connection. I wouldn't send it with a connection request, wait till they connect, and then send a separate message by clicking message here at the bottom. You'll see the little Dubb symbol is going to show up right here. This is the integration we have with LinkedIn. And then when you select it here, same thing. You find your video, there it is, insert it, just like that, and then you can send it. And Ruben's going to see that. Now, what I showed you before, remember when I showed you this in the beginning? This one right here, this one right here, the picture-in-picture we just saw on the mobile app, right? Good for property walkthroughs. You also can do it with LinkedIn. So even though we recommend this style right here, which I showed you guys earlier, you can also do something fun like this. You can do this right here. Let me show you. This one. So this is picture in picture. This is me just pulling up someone's profile on the computer, leaning in with my phone, and it's the same kind of deal. And it just looks visually different. So it's all about just doing these little creative things that make a difference in terms of someone seeing something. And I think that's, one of the biggest things that you can do. Now, lastly, inside the dashboard here, there are some good areas of training and help. So in the dashboard, if you scroll down under training over here to the right, The second link right here is Dubb Academy, which is a nice kind of orderly little library of videos that we've created. They're all titled in here for learning. Now you also can come down here and you got to remember about being a partner. If you don't know about Dubb Partners, click apply now. It creates a little referral link for you here. And we do a 30% recurring commission on anyone that subscribes to Dubb through your referral link. So share your link. If people come in here, invite them into this training. We'll help close them. And the next thing you know, you get 4 or 5 people, you got a free Dubb account. So it works really well. Also, over here to the top right, next to your profile picture, this cute little robot here, this is called Otto. So this is like your little guide in here, your little AI guide. So you can ask Otto, how do I use the desktop app? And it's going to break that down for you. Otto, how do I do a webcam video? Otto, what are the best 5 videos to send for recruiting? So you can ask Otto a bunch of different questions, and it's like your little kind of helper in here inside the dashboard. If you do need help from the team, down over the bottom right, there's a little button down here, intercom. You can do some keyword searches right in here. It'll typically give you an article and a video as well, or you can contact the team to help you out with that. We also have an AI writer right here in the dashboard. I know ChatGPT is amazing. We have our own AI writer here. And we also have up here, we have an AI avatar library if you wanted to use that. We have a whole library of avatars. You can create your own if you want to. And then we've seen those used basically with screen recordings where it's more administrative, something being walked through, maybe a contract or something. You can also use them in email campaigns for outreach. But you know, now more than ever, with the amount of AI videos that are out there, it's going to come to a point where you're not going to be able to tell the difference. Some of it is right now, but I think people really kind of are craving that human connection mostly. But AI is, can be supportive. Um, okay, so let me see what's in here. Let's see what we have in the chat. Let's see. India. I'm going to screenshot the potential client, and then no one showed me, and send me the video of me showing. India, if you want to go ahead, if you're still here. Oh, I see you there, India. Do you want to go ahead on that? If you can hear me okay, you can unmute yourself. You said, where's your message again? Sorry, let me scroll down. India, can you hear me okay? You can unmute if you want to. If you're busy, it's okay. Um, I'm going to screenshot the potential client that no showed me and send them the video of me waiting, LOL. Great, that's a great example. Yeah. Hey, I was here. Where were you? Something like that works perfect. You also said, can I use the AI twin to send videos? Yeah, you can use the thing about AI, this is just kind of my take on it. Like, with our AI, you can give yourself a description that's like an avatar version of you. You can use companies like HeyGen, like that can create an actual video of you. They've gotten much better with their stuff, and then you can upload it into Dubb and you can send that. So it's totally up to you in terms of the style of what you're doing. But yes, you can do that if you'd like to. Just make sure when when you're putting it in there and you follow the tutorials on all that, that they've increased their hand motion movement that's more natural. Make sure the video, I think that you can use 11 Labs to clone your voice. I think HeyGen clones the voice too, I think now. So there are these resources that you can create, India, and then upload them into Dubb and deliver them. So you absolutely can do that if you want to do that. I'd be the only takeaway we've learned is they're good for short videos. If you try to make a longer one, it can be a little, if it gets glitchy or it gets kind of weird and someone realizes, oh, it's not actually India, it's just an AI, it could be not a great reaction. So just something to think about in terms of that. And filters are available on the mobile app, not on the regular recordings on the computer here. Only on the mobile app are the filters for skin smoothing, different color gradations, things like that. Can GIFs and memes be added? Yeah. I don't know. Hey, can a meme be added? I don't know if a meme can be added. It looks similar to a GIF. I don't know. It's actually a good question.
Yeah, like right now we just you can add videos if the meme is video. Yeah, you can add that video. But yeah, for GIFs or anything like that, if you want to add it in the video landing page, we have the code sheet in the descriptions for every video landing page. So you might want to explore that, like in the details. Let me just share my screen here.
Oh, that like little code area that you got to read down or something? Yeah.
In the description, we have this markdown cheat sheet that you can check on. You can upload your image somewhere and then yeah, you can paste it using you can use this code and paste it inside the description. So what that does is it will make something that is inside somewhere here in the description part. So instead of just regular text, it's gonna be the image that you put there. Some uses it like some adds a still image there, but I haven't heard of a GIF. But yeah, I think that's worth exploring.
Cool. Thanks, Ian.
Yeah.
Um, Anybody got anything before we head out? It's a couple minutes before the top of the hour. Anything on anybody's mind? Jeremy, I saw you come in. John, I put that link for Pro Plus coaching in the chat. Anybody got anything before we go? Anything on anybody's mind? Yeah, Boris, I think your hand, I don't know if it was still up from before, but go ahead.
Yeah, I submitted a question. Can you see it?
Let me see. Oh, in the Q&A. Let me see.
Yep.
Where do you change the text above the animated GIF? Okay, so you can change it right here. Let me share my screen. Okay, so let's say we've got this video. Let's say we're going to send this one, and then we're going to click share and send right here. And then
Hmm.
we'll open it up. This is it, personalization text right here. So that would be above the video. So whatever you
Okay.
type in here, you just have to retype. Like I say, hey, John, right? And click copy for email. Open up the email client, drop it in there, like we said before, right? Drop it in. And then
There it
there's
is.
the text. You just have to change the
Sure.
personalization text part.
And Rob, if I send it through Gmail through the extension,
Yeah.
is does it get tracked?
Yeah, as long as you put the email in, like as long as you have it as a contact, you put in like if you put in mine, like Rob at Dubb or whatever. Yeah. No.
All right, so that seems so. What do you think would be better for me to do as far as methods? So if I've got a list of 100 for sale by owner email addresses or phone numbers, and should I import them into Dubb and send them from Dubb, or should I just do the Gmail extension just like you just did? Because that seemed faster to me.
Well, it depends on like, how you want to do it. I mean, for best practices here, I mean, like if you wanted to upload and do a bulk send within Dub, you would just put, because we have a whole training on hey first name and then your contacts are in there. So it would say hey John, hey Keith. It would change the names every time. That's kind of a
Yes.
convenient way to do it. You know what I mean?
As long as my file has the first name, then I could do that.
Yeah, as long as you
Mhm.
it's a what's the name of the file? It's a CSV file, right?
Yes, it's a CSV file. We basically we just need to have the first name column, last name, email address so that it will be mapped in the Dubb CRM. And then from there, if you're gonna send the email campaign, there's an email token, I mean a first name token, so that will be replaced every time you add that token. So that first name token will be replaced by the first name from the CRM. So if there's none, either it will be blank or if you add like hi in the fallback section, then it will be high.
Okay, I guess I could go generic and just say hi, home seller, and hit everyone like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
another way to do it.
Yeah, that's just what I was saying in the beginning. You could have a generic hook, but
Hmm.
change the name at the top. Kind of convenient.
Yeah,
No.
that's the
Yeah.
yeah, because there's so many. So I want to send so many that it would just take forever if I was going to do a custom email like that.
Yeah, as long as everyone can relate to the hook, I think that's the biggest thing, and it feels like you're talking right to me, as far as how you
Right.
deliver. I think, Boris, did you ask about duplicates at the top? Is that
I
right?
did. I did.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, does Dub recognize duplicates if it's uploaded with a CSV
Yes.
file? Okay.
Yeah, so it will just update the one that is on file.
It doesn't give you an error like saying these are dupes. No.
It will give you the information like how many has been added, how many has been updated, and then if there's any failed, it will show there too.
But if there's loaded, like if there's two addresses that are same in the first upload, with a CSV, will it say that there's two of the same, or it won't say that?
It will just say it will just upload one of those two.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, nice. Okay. There you go.
Okay.
That
And
makes sense. Yeah.
I've got one last workflow related question like that. So in my file, I've got for sale by owners, some have phone numbers, for some have mobile numbers, and some will have email messages, and some will have both. If I import that into Dubb, and I'm emailing some and I'm texting somehow. What is the method that I use for sending via text for SMS? Do I just go to that big blue button again and just copy and paste and then hit them through my messaging app?
You would need the whole Twilio deal, right? Like the third party Twilio from that, or
Yeah, if you're using another service, like what is your CRM, Boris?
Follow up boss.
Follow up boss.
Yeah,
Do you do SMS there?
I do, but it's very limited, so I don't want to use it for that. I was thinking because I use a Mac and I have the Apple messaging,
Apple messaging.
so I
Yeah,
can just copy and paste into it.
yes, you
Mike,
can just copy and
if
paste
I
in.
do that, does it still track it?
You will need to add the email address of the person in the ad tracking and then copy the whole thing, the the one that is in the share and send button. Yeah,
Okay.
that's the way to track it. So it's the link will be longer compared to just the regular link because yeah, it's gonna have the tracking pixels,
Okay. I'm
tracking
gonna
code.
test that. Thank you.
cool,
All
yeah.
right.
Thanks, Ina. Thanks, Boris. And then before we go, India, I saw you asked about the AI avatar. So what you can do is inside a Dub, and th this is kind of what this would look like, so you can see it. If you're in here in the dashboard, you can scroll. It says quick actions right here in the middle, and then you just scroll over here to the right, and it says avatar video right here. And when you go in here, this is where you can either choose from a library. But if you're going to do the whole twin thing, like create a twin of yourself, click create, and then just give yourself the best description you can. It's kind of limited. I wouldn't say it's not like going to HeyGen or something like that, and it's exact. It would be an avatar version of you. You can make it kind of fun, I guess, in there. But you can create it right here, and then all you'd have to do is just choose a voice from in here, drop your script in here, whatever you wanted the avatar to say, create the video. Takes a little bit of time to create the avatar, but you'll get an email that says your avatar is ready. And then when it is, then it's going to be inside of Dub, and then you just grab the avatar, put it inside a bubble, and then put it on top of something typically. Like it could be a screen recording and the avatar is in the bubble and talks, or the avatar could be full screen and talk. But we've seen the most use cases we've seen is taking the avatar inside of a bubble and just walking someone through something, whether it's educational or more administrative. Uh, that's what we've seen for most of the time. Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, everybody, we're at the top of the hour. Thanks so much for coming into the training. We'll see everyone tomorrow if you come back, and this recording will be on YouTube in a couple hours. Ina, thanks so much for the support as always, and we will see everybody next time. Bye.